You've seen them, right? The posts all over your feed promising a side hustle with easy money, passive income, and total financial freedom. Millions of people in India are jumping into multi-level marketing, or MLMs, every year. But here's the real question. How can you tell if you found a genuine business or if you've just walked straight into a financial trap?
Yeah, I'm talking about an illegal pyramid scheme. It's a structure that looks like a business, but really is just designed to make you and the people you love lose thousands of rupees. So let's just ask it directly. Could that amazing opportunity that someone's pitching to you be one of them?
Okay, so in this explainer, we're going to cut through all the noise. We're breaking down the 3 absolute red flags that, according to Indian law, separate a legal business from a straight-up scam. Think of this as your essential checklist. First up, and listen, if you only remember one thing, make it this one. You have to follow the money. The absolute biggest difference between a legit business and a pyramid scheme comes down to answering one simple question. Who is the real customer here? And when you look, the difference is night and day. See, in a legal MLM, your income comes from retail sales. That means selling products to the general public, people outside the company. But in a pyramid scheme, the real customer is you, the new recruit. The money isn't flowing in from outside sales. It's just coming from the pockets of new people joining the system. And they do this with a sneaky little trick called inventory loading. You're told you have to buy an expensive starter kit or a huge amount of product every single month just to qualify for commissions. They'll call it personal consumption, but let's be real. It's not. It's a recruitment fee in disguise, plain and simple. So it all boils down to a simple acid test. If a company makes almost all of its money, like 90%, from its own distributors buying products, it is not a real sales business. It's a recruitment business. And under India's Prize Chits and Money Circulation Schemes Act of 1978, that's considered an illegal money circulation scheme.
Which brings us right to red flag number 2. Think back to the sales pitch you heard. What did they actually talk about? What was the main focus? Was it the product? Or was it something else entirely?
Here's the deal. A real business pitch focuses on the product's benefits and a clear strategy for how to sell it. A scam pitch, though, that's all about recruitment and showing off this extravagant, flashy lifestyle. They promise you guaranteed exponential wealth. See, they aren't selling you a business, they're selling you a fantasy.
There's a perfect name for this tactic: heads and hype. The game is to get more heads, more people into the system, and then sell the hype, that crazy luxury lifestyle with the cars, the vacations, the giant checks. The actual product is pretty much just an afterthought. Does that sound familiar? Just bring in 3 people, and they bring in 3. That's the classic pyramid scheme line. It's all about the so-called magic of exponential growth, not the actual hard work of building a customer base. They're selling you a mathematical fantasy that just doesn't work in the real world.
And you want to know why they focus so much on the hype? It's because they almost never show you the company's official income disclosure statement. Why not? Because it reveals a pretty harsh truth. The vast majority of people, often over 99%, end up losing money. The only ones who profit are that tiny fraction at the very, very top of the pyramid.
Okay, on to our third and final red flag. We've got to take a really hard look at the product itself. Is this a real, valuable item that people would actually want to buy on its own? Or is it just a weak excuse to move money up the chain?
Think about it like this. Why would you join a business to sell essential oils for 5,000 rupees when a similar product on the market costs $500? The fact is, scam products are always wildly overpriced, which makes them practically impossible to sell to a real retail customer. Their only purpose is to act as the justification for that huge entry fee.
And, this gets even trickier with modern scams. Now they often use these complex digital non-products. Things like crypto schemes, forex trading bots, or vague secret training courses. They are intentionally designed to be hard for a normal person to verify. The only way to make money is to recruit someone else to buy the same confusing package. Plus, India's direct selling rules have some very basic requirements. A legitimate company has to have a registered office in India, a clear buyback policy for unsold products, and a way for you to file complaints. So, if the entire operation is run by some anonymous admin in a WhatsApp group with no refunds and no support, you're not just looking at a red flag, you're looking at a scam.
But here's the thing. Even when all these red flags are there, why do people still fall for these schemes? And why is it so hard to leave once you're in? Well, it goes way beyond just money.
It's about the powerful social and emotional pressure that scammers use to trap you. The first thing you should ask yourself is, who brought you into this? Was it a close friend? A family member? That is not an accident. These schemes are designed to exploit our personal relationships. They turn the people you trust the most into instruments of the fraud, which makes it feel almost impossible to question things or to just say no.
So if any of this is sounding familiar and you think you might be caught in a scheme, this is the single most important thing you need to do. Right now, stop recruiting people. Because the moment you bring your friends and family into it, you're no longer just a victim. You're now actively participating in the fraud and damaging the relationships you value most.
Here are the clear, actionable steps you can take to get out and get help. First, stop everything. Stop all payments, stop all participation immediately. Second, report the scheme online at cybercrime.gov.in. And third, file a complaint at your local police station. You have rights, and the law provides a way to get help.
So as we wrap this up, I want to leave you with one final thought. Now that you've seen these red flags, now that you understand the tactics, who do you know that needs to see this explainer? Sharing this information could be the one thing that protects a friend or a family member from a devastating financial mistake.